Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga with Angie, and today I'm going to be focusing on ankle strength. So a lot of my students have difficulties with ankle flexibility and they want to build strength in their ankles. So this is a great practice, gentle practice for any level to help strengthen the ankles. So get into something comfortable, grab your mat, and I'll meet you here. I like to start on the mat in a comfortable seated position. Spine is nice and straight, shoulders down and back. Let's take a couple breaths just to ground us here on our mat. Deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. One more deep breath in through the nose. And exhale. Now starting by drawing that breath in through the nose, holding at the top, and then drawing that breath all the way down through the base of the spine with the lips sealed as you draw that breath all the way down into the base of the spine, grounding you into your mat. Let's take one more there. Let's take a neck roll. Take the chin into the chest. Let the head just hang for a moment. And slowly take the right ear over towards the right shoulder. Take the head all the way back and around. And let the head fall. Reverse the circle. Left ear comes to left shoulder. Take the head back and around. And letting the head just hang here. Bringing the chin back to center. Take the shoulders, draw them up to the ears on the inhale, and then exhale, draw them down and away. Inhale, lift up, lengthen, and exhale, draw those shoulders down. One more here. Inhale, lift, and exhale, draw down. Let's start with uncrossing those feet, taking the feet wide. So if you want to have something to support your low back, keeping a nice straight spine, draw your pelvis forward. So feel the pelvis drawing forward, super straight spine. Keep those legs engaged. So quads are flexed, kneecaps are drawn down, feet are flexed. Starting by taking those ankles in towards the midline of the body. So take the toes, draw them all the way in, and then slowly draw the toes away, pointing them away from the midline of the body. So keeping the spine straight, you can just prop your hands down to the side to help keep you a straight spine. So with your breath, just taking the toes away from the body and then back in. We're just gonna start warming up the ankles super slow. Nothing super intense here. Again, this is a gentle yoga for any level. It would just help warm up the ankles. Now let's start with pointing and flexing the toes. So point the toes and then flex the feet. So keeping those quads actively engaged, point the toes and flex the feet. So you want to keep the legs actively engaged. Continue to draw those kneecaps down. Inhale, flex and point. Let's do one more here. Flex the feet and then point the toes. And let's bring it into a tabletop position. So palms are directly underneath your shoulders. Hips are stacked over your knees. Take the right toes and draw them into your mat. And let's just start with a few ankle circles. So really just take the hips forward and back, working into those ankles, taking small circles as you inhale, drawing the hips forward, taking a small ankle circle, and then reversing it, taking the circle the opposite direction, coming up onto the tips of the toes. Now let's just work back and forth. So as you inhale, draw your hips forward, pressing down through the palms. Exhale, shift the hips back. Inhale, draw the hips forward, and then exhale, shift the hips back. Let's switch feet, drop that right knee, left heel comes back. Taking ankle circles again on the left side. Just allowing those ankles to be free, rotating all the way around the socket, coming onto the toes. And then pausing those toes, gripping them into the mat. As you inhale, draw your hips forward. Exhale, drive the hips back. Inhale, forward, pressing down through those palms. Keeping a nice flat back, core is actively engaged. We're just warming up the body here. Coming back into that tabletop position, press down through the palms, curl your toes under, draw the hips high, and come into a downward dog. Take your head, just let it fall between the biceps. Squeeze the biceps, draw the inside of the elbows towards one another, towards the midline of the body. Draw the sit bones back, pelvis draws forward. Come up onto the toes as you inhale. Exhale, press down to the heels. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, press down. Inhale, lift up. Let's do one more here. Exhale, press down. One more inhale, lift. And exhale, press down. Slowly step to the top of your mat, right foot, then left foot, and come into a fold. And let the head become super heavy here. Maybe take a ragdoll here if you prefer. Take it side to side. Let the hands just fall. Press down into the tops of the feet. And slowly as you inhale, roll all the way up to the top of your mat, reaching the arms overhead in the inhale. Exhale, bring those palms to heart center. Inhale, lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and as you exhale, step back into downward dog here. So once again, pedaling through those ankles, I really just like to walk the dog here, meaning just bending the right knee, left knee. Feels really nice in the calves and works through the ankle flexion. And then when you're ready, you can take that right foot, extend the right leg, and take that right foot all the way to the top of your mat, dropping that left knee. Flip that back foot. As you inhale, lift up, squeeze your thighs together. Inhale, lift, lengthen, elongate the spine, and now lift the heel, and then drop it back down. Let's take the heel, lift up, and drop it down. One more inhale, lift, come up onto the toes, and exhale, drop it down. Take that left hand down to meet the right foot and just rotate, taking your gaze over the right elbow. Inhale, and exhale, twist. One more inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Bring it back to center, and just step back into downward dog once again. So working through this super slow. Inhale, extend the left leg back, and draw that left foot all the way to the front of your mat. Drop that right knee, flip the toes. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale, lift. Draw the chin and chest forward. Now take that left heel, lift it off your mat, and exhale, drop it down. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, drop it down. Let's take one more here. Pressing down to those toes, squeeze the thighs together to keep yourself stable. And as you exhale, press down, step back into downward dog. Pedal through those feet once again. If downward dog is too much, you can always take a tabletop here. And let's step to the top of your mat. Let's come into a fold. Slowly roll all the way to the top of your mat, reach up. And exhale, come all the way down, bend the knees, and come onto those heels. So once you find your seat on top of those heels, maybe bring your palms together here. Inhale, elongate the spine, squeeze the thighs together. So we're really trying to hold here for a moment, strengthening those ankles, lifting up, drawing the pelvis forward, keeping that breath grounding us down and through the base of our spine. Inhale, lift, lengthen. And if it's too much here and you want to keep your palms down to the side or your fingertips at your mat, you can always do that. Let's do one more breath here, lengthen. And as you exhale, drop your hands down to your mat and come back into a fold. Inhale, halfway lift, draw the pelvis forward, the sit bones come back. Exhale, let's step back into downward dog once again. Come onto your knees. wide, tops of the feet together, sit back into the heels. This is a great position for the ankles as well, allowing the hips to sink into the heels. Let the elbows relax at the side. Deep breath in, draw the palms forward, and exhale, sit back the hips into the heels. Let's take one more breath here. And slowly working your way into a tabletop position. I'm gonna face you guys here, but what you wanna do is tops of the feet flat on your mat, knees together, and then sit back into those heels. So just like we were doing before, sitting on the heels. If it's too much, you can put a blanket underneath the knees if it's too much on your knees, or you can prop a blanket underneath your ankles. Inhale, lift, lengthen, draw the pelvis forward. Exhale, palms and heart center. Let's take a twist over to the right. Take that left palm outside of the palms facing out. Right arm comes all the way back. Take that gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, draw that right shoulder back. Inhale, bring those palms to heart center. Take that right hand to the outside of the left knee. Reach that left arm back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, take your gaze over the left shoulder. Deep breath in, lengthen. And exhale, draw that left arm back. Inhale, bring those palms to heart center. Deep breath in. And exhale, palms come down to your mat. Let's just step back into downward dog here. Once again, let's come up onto the heels, lift the heels high, and exhale, drop them down. So this is gonna help work into those ankles and start to develop that flexibility and the mobility in the ankles. Next, deep breath in, lift up, and exhale, step it back. Next inhale, step to the top of your mat once again. Come into a forward fold, let the head just hang here. Nice big inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Next inhale, slowly roll all the way to the top of your mat, draw those shoulders back. Inhale, lift, lengthen. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. So next phase, as you inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead, coming to a balancing here. Exhale, bend the knees, draw the arms all the way behind the hips or just along the side of the hips, and come up onto those heels. Lift those heels off your mat, come up onto the toes. Engage the core, draw the belly button in. Whatever position is best for your arms, you can have them shooting back or come out to the side or in prayer, whichever is easiest for you to maintain that balance. However high you can keep your heels lifted, try to maintain that here. Holding here, deep breath in, draw the belly button in, engage the core, lift those heels off your mat, press down into the tops of the feet, lift the chin and chest. One more deep breath in here, and exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, step back into downward dog, or tabletop here, whichever you prefer. Pedal through the feet once again, right, left. Come up onto the heels and drop it back down. Lift up, lengthen, and drop it back down. And walk those palms all the way to the feet. And slowly roll all the way to the top of your mat. Let's work on a balancing exercise. So we're making sure your breath is you're drawing down through your feet. So you can start whichever position. So we're going to take the right leg, draw down through that left heel, left foot, maybe just take the right heel to the inside of that left shin, left ankle. Bring the palms to heart center. Start in a low tree. So this is going to help you create that strength, requiring you to stabilize your weight. So keeping the tailbone drawn down, shoulders down and back, chest is open. Finding that space, imagining that line coming all the way through the crown of your head and coming all the way down and rooting that left foot into the ground. And maybe taking it a step further here if you want to extend the leg and draw the right leg forward. Maybe taking that right heel, and drawing it into the inside of the left inner thigh. The only thing you don't want to do is take that heel into the knee. So nice big deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Go ahead and release that right foot. Let's bring that right knee out in front of you. Take some ankle circles to the right and to the left. You can bring your hands to your hips and then drop that right leg to meet the left. Take that left heel and maybe draw it into the inside of the right shin. Inhale, bring the palms to heart center. Once again, imagining that straight line coming all the way through the crown of your head, all the way in to the base of that right leg. Continue to keep your core actively engaged. And once again, playing with that left foot. If you feel like you have your balance on that right side, playing with a few different variations in this tree pose to allow you to try to maintain that center of gravity and keeping your ankles positioned. Keep your core actively engaged. Continue to draw your shoulders back. Deep breath in and exhale. Good. Finding that breath, imagining that line. How can you maintain that stability here? Go ahead and release that left ankle. Maybe just take a couple ankle circles to the right and to the left here. Awesome job. You're doing great. Right foot meets the left. Inhale, reach and extend the arms overhead. And exhale, fold. Let's go ahead and heel toe those feet wide. Bring the palms right in front of you and let your head just fall. Let's do a forward fold here. Nice big deep breath in, flatten out the spine, draw the pelvis forward and exhale, fold. Walk those hands all the way over to that left ankle. Reach and extend, press down into that left heel. Deep breath in and exhale, fold. Inhale, walk it back through center, take it over to the right. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And walk those palms back to center. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, one more fold here. Let the head fall, maybe grabbing onto those ankles. Coming into a forward fold. And then when you're ready, just dropping those palms and walking yourself all the way back over. Right leg meets the left in downward dog. Pedal through those ankles once again. And then we'll finish on our knees. Knees together. Go ahead and just take a seat on top of those ankles. And once again here, you can either sit on top of the heels like so, which I'm going to do, or you can keep the tops of the feet flat and put a blanket underneath the tops of those feet. So just finalize the practice on your feet. I'm going to close out with you here with just a few breaths, and you can take this as long as you want. Go a couple minutes, but this is absolutely going to help you build some strength in those ankles. Let's bring our palms to heart center and just take a few breaths until we close out the practice. Deep breath in and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. I thank you for your practice today. Namaste.